Did your filmmaking career begin when you were in high school?
I wouldn't necessarily call it like a filmmaking career, but it was definitely me sort of dipping my toe into the visual arts, I guess, and telling stories on screen. I was very, very motivated and excited by the show Jackass back in the day. So when I was, like a sophomore and junior and senior, my friends and I would go out and just do our own video, like, oh, let's do stunts, let's do stupid stuff, let's jump into bushes and do all that. And we sort of incorporated that when I was in the video production course in my senior year. We incorporated that, into the morning announcements. So it was me and my buddy Ken, and we had the show called Adam and Ken Out on the Town. And we decided to take the morning announcements for every Friday just out into Circle Pines, Minnesota. And instead of, having them just in the studio every day. So we decided to just be creative and see what we can get away with. Go out, like talk to people, get random people to read the announcements, film funny skits, have funny stuff going on in the background. And the teacher sort of let it happen, which was amazing because we were doing, like crazy, weird stuff. But people really, the kids, they loved it, And that was the first time that I was like, I like doing this. I like being on camera and I like performing and I like coming up with creative concepts and executing them. And, it helped that, we were looked at as sort of like super popular, like walking around like, oh, it's Adam and Ken, look at them. And, being like a nerd and a band nerd, like having that sort of notoriety senior year was kind of fun. So, obviously that sort of pumps up your confidence and made me go like, all right, maybe this is something that I can do. So that's what took me to Drake University. Is that like, all right, let me do like radio and TV production. Cause like maybe I wanna have a radio show or maybe I wanna be an on-camera personality. Like, what exactly do I wanna do? Do I wanna get into news maybe? I don't know. So I went to Drake, got into the journalism program and very quickly realized that I was not cut out for news because I had an assignment to like go and shoot like a news story. And I went out and I was like, all right, cool. Like I can shoot all this great stuff, report on this thing, and I come back with the footage and we edit it together. And the producers of the show were like, oh, we can't use this. Like none of this footage is usable because you're taking the camera and you're walking through trees and you're doing all this like artsy stuff. Like that's not news. Like we need you to put a tripod down and then pan it from left to right, watching students walk across the campus like that for news, getting B-roll. That's what it's all about. And that was so not my taste, but it was great having them go like, no, thank you. That made me go, okay, well, maybe that's not like for me, like news is not for me. So, maybe film or something more creative is what's for me. So I think it was my sophomore year where Drake, who doesn't have a film program or didn't at the time, decided to have their very own film festival. And I was like, well, that's cool. Like my buddies and I, because we were, freshman year, shooting more Jackass videos. And we decided to make a little, like business out of it. So we would make like an hour-long compilation of videos. And then we made a DVD of it, designed the box, like got the discs made, did all that, and started selling it on campus, like had our own little, side hustle. We decided sophomore year to go ahead and like just shoot like an actual narrative. So I wrote it, I directed it. It was like a small 5-minute black and white thing. I remember shooting it. I remember the exact spot that I was at. We were in this like hallway in the basement of the residence hall that we were at. And I remember after getting one take and having like a full day of doing this behind me going like, this is amazing. Like this feeling that I'm feeling, like I can't replicate it. I've never felt it before. Like I need this in my life because if this is how I feel making a movie, like there's no better feeling. There's nothing else I can do. Nothing else will compare and nothing else has. And that's why since that time, I head first just went into it. Like I need to make films, because it makes me feel something that I can't even really describe, but it makes me feel like the most pure version of myself. Like, that's the best part, is knowing that when I'm on set, when I'm shooting, when I'm working with actors, working with crew, making something, I never feel better. I never feel more like myself. And to be able to be yourself fully is a gift that I don't know if a lot of people have or get to have. And I wish everybody would have that. But filmmaking is that for me. So that's why I keep doing it. And that's why I'm in love with it. And that's what drives me every day.